Good evening, my beautiful ageless beauties. Today on Mission Beauty Sundarni Khoda Rats, we have a wonderful dermatologist from South Mumbai who treats all the celebrities. So, do you want to take the best possible treatment? Because remember, y'all are none less than being a celebrity. Each woman out there is the greatest celebrity in her own eyes. Forget the world. You are the celebrity in your own eyes. So if you want to look all the more refined and more beautiful, then you should contact Dr. Farida Modi, who practices in South Mumbai. Today we have come up with the one most beautiful and awaited topic. You want to erase away all your wrinkles and you want to have an ageless beauty, a beautiful, vibrant skin like Dr. Farida, then definitely let me introduce Dr. Farida Modi. Dr. Farida Modi has completed her MBBS from Mumbai University and she pursued her MD degree from JNMC Belgaum from Karnataka. And let me tell you, she has a bag of 17 years experience. She's not only a national figure, she is an international figure. What is her love? Let me tell you, basically, it's not a profession. It's her vocation. She has made her profession. That's why she's on a vacation. And it's a passion for her to make all the women beautiful. No wonder. Here we all dermatologists are the greatest artists. So if you have read a book, Steal Like an Artist, let me tell you, she's a woman who works on live faces to make them look magnificently beautiful. And let me tell you, the day you visit her, you shall be flooded with compliments. And that's my guarantee to you, my beautiful women. And let me tell you, she works on lasers, she works on light devices, she works on invasive procedures, she works on Botox, she works on fillers, she works on thread lips. So there are list of beautiful procedures, which are simple office-based procedures, which can make you really magnificently lovely. So are you excited to hear from her? Definitely, I'm very sure. So welcome Dr. Farida Modi on this beautiful platform of Mission Beauty.
Thank you so much. That was such a lovely introduction. Not only a lovely, just an apt introduction because you've actually, you described me the way I couldn't describe myself. So you're actually right, bang on that. My work is not my work, it's my passion, and that's why I love it so much. So thank you.
She never goes to work, she just goes and enjoys her
choice. Absolutely.
Wonderful. Let's go ahead with the questionnaire, Dr. Farida. Can you just elaborate for the women out here, what are the signs of aging?
Okay, so I always tell my patients that you age from the time that you're born, right? So we all start aging from the time that we're born. It's only after our 20s and 30s that those aging signs actually start showing up. Okay. We start aging from inside out. It's not just your upper face, which is aging. You are aging all the way up to your bone. So if I have to just break it down for our viewers, let me tell you all, our face is made up of 5 compartments. So we have the skin, which is the uppermost layer of the face. Then you have, of course, a fat pad, which is a superficial fat pad. Then you have a muscle layer. Then again, you have a fat pad, which is a deep fat pad. And that is cushioning your bone. So you have to understand that it's not just your skin which is aging. It is starting from within. Your bone, your fat pads, your muscle, everything is aging. And that's why you start seeing sagging. Sagging is the aging of your deep tissues. Open pores, fine lines, that is a sign of your skin aging. Your wrinkles, lines is the sign of your muscle aging. And of course, all your pigmentation, your uneven skin tone is again an external sign of aging, which happens because of the UV light, the sun.
Wonderful. It's so magnificent. You have described it at every level. I mean, it is very easy for the women to understand. They think it's only skin deep, but it is not skin deep. It's like, bone deep and health deep, everything. So beautifully explained at every level. Yes, my next question, for the sake of understanding of the women out there, What exactly is filler, Dr. Farida?
So fillers are these minimally invasive procedures. So these are small little injections which are placed at, like I earlier mentioned, the various depth of or the various layers of the face. So fillers are injections which are placed at various depth of the face. They are used to probably fill up the facial wrinkles. They're also used to help in improving the contour of the face. So what happens with age is you start losing volume in certain areas. So we want to make the contour smooth again. So they help in smoothing the contour. They're also used to define certain facial features. So let's say if you want to define your lip, you want to define your nose, you want to define your chin, you want a high cheekbone. It is used for even defining your facial features. So that's what a filler does.
Wonderful. So one is to even out your skin and second is to highlight a particular area if you want it to be highlighted. Yes. Can I know in simple words, what are the types of fillers?
Fillers broadly, I would say, are divided into absorbable and non-absorbable. Non-absorbable fillers are your implants, made up of silicons, which usually last forever. But what we use in our practice are absorbable filler. Reason being, though they are temporary, they are very, very safe. So safety, of course, is always a primary concern whenever you're doing a procedure for beauty, for aesthetic. Now, amongst absorbable filler, there are tons of filler. I will not want to name all of them because it will be a complete medical jargon for our viewers. But I like to highlight amongst the various kind of fillers, the one which is used the most is a HLA filler, hyaluronic acid. Now, our viewers will kind of connect with this word because in this lockdown, all the influencers and bloggers have been talking about HLA. So HLA is something which is naturally present in our skin, in our bones. They are also now available in the serum form, in gel form, in lotion form. So this gel, the filler gel, is made up of the same HLA, which is a biologic, which is naturally present in our skin. And this particular filler is used 90% of the time all across the world as a filler material.
Wonderful. It's your skin's own natural moisturizer, as you call it, as hyaluronic acid. And it is able to hold good amount of water molecules. That's the beauty and the secret of this hyaluronic acid. Yes. For the viewers' point of view, we would like to just show which are the areas that they could cover so that they know, they need to approach Dr. Farida that yes, this is my problem. Probably I may need to go to Dr. Farida and get a filler done so that this problem would be sorted out. Yes. So areas of fillers.
This product is such a beautiful material, doc, that you can use a filler, I would say, areas from head to toe. Okay. So let me start from the head, right? So fillers can be used for the forehead. So all the static lines, the lines that you have on your forehead, which probably a Botox cannot take care of, we call them static lines, the lines which are always there on your forehead. You can fill those lines up. Okay. Now with aging, what happens? We start losing volume on our forehead. So some people start developing a hollow on their forehead. You can fill that up and bring a smooth contour to your forehead. You can use your fillers in the temples. So with aging, most women don't realize they start getting hollowing in the sides of their face. And that gives a gaunty look, like a tired look to the face. So you can fill up this area, which are called as temple hollow, to again bring about a smooth contour. You can use your filler to highlight your cheeks and to lift your face, called as the cheek filler. You can also use the filler for nasolabial folds. So with age, your folds will get more prominent. So you can fill this area, you can fill mentolabial, this area, you can highlight your face, and you can actually project your face to make all your features look more sharper by filling your nose, your lip, your chin. Okay, so these are called as projection filler. When you fill your nose, your lip, your chin, you get a more projected look. Okay, so that flat look from the face goes away and you start looking more sharper. Your face starts looking more sharper. You can also use your fillers for the jawline. So let's say some people have poor jawline and they want a sharper jawline, like a Kareena Kapoor. They can use a filler to sharpen their jawline. Okay. One of the most commonly used filler in Indian population is eye filler. So if we have to look around, all Indians, they age with hollowness of the eye. It's not only aging, actually even young faces, if you have to have a look, most of them have deep set eyes. Okay. And that's our Indian thing. You know, we all have a little shadowing effect, hollowness below the eye. That can easily be, you know, taken care by just putting a little bit of filler below the eye. It is called as the eye filler. Next, coming to the body. So you can again put fillers on your body. Your hands start aging. You can put hand fillers. Feet may start looking old. You can put fillers on the feet. In Korea, Japan, China, they love beefing up their calf. So they want to like give that shape to the calf. Okay, so you can beef up your calf by putting fillers there. People who have flat feet, you can put fillers on the feet. You know, women, when they age, they develop atrophy of the genital areas. You can actually put fillers in the genital areas to rejuvenate that area. You can do breast augmentation by fillers. So, you know, you name it and you can use your fillers.
My God. So it's like head to toe. You can just fulfill each part and make it feel soft and plump and more appealing to yourself and to your counterpart, whomever you want so. And that's how you can, you know, just really work on it. And you can highlight the beautiful part is, as you said, projection fillers. You know, some people wouldn't like to go in for, you know, invasive surgery, nasal surgery. You know, so definitely this is a very simple technique and a non-invasive procedure and a short procedure, which can be done very fabulously and beautifully. Some people have very small lips, thin lips, and then they wouldn't be comfortable wearing a nice lipstick and a lip gloss. So this is how they can go in for the pouty lips. So definitely. And I would just like to know, I mean, can something be done for the neck also, Dr. Farida?
Yes. Oh, yes. How did I miss that? So from the face, I went away to the body. I forgot our neck. Yes. You can use fillers for your necklines. You can also use this hydrating filler, which is softer material overall to hydrate the neck, which helps in crinkling, wrinkling of your neck. So you can use fillers for your neck as well. You can use fillers for decollete area. So some people get crinkling, you know, just on below the neck, and you can also put fillers there. So definitely you can use fillers in those areas as well.
Wonderful. Women would like to know, is it painful, doctor?
So, you know, when we got fillers, which is around maybe 20 years back, when we started doing fillers, fillers used to be painful because it was a gel. Okay. And when we would inject the gel, you know, people would feel a little ouch. Okay. But with time, you know, the fillers evolved, they became smoother, they became softer, and most importantly, they became painless. Okay. So what happened was the company started incorporating numbing agent with these gels, with the filler material. And then when you are actually pushing the filler, it keeps numbing the area where you are injecting the filler, and the procedure becomes completely painless. So it's like a
wonderful
painless procedure, completely painless.
You just should have the will to walk into a chamber and get it done. Yes, how long will a particular session last? For example, if a lady would like to go in for a complete forehead workup, how long will that session take and how often she needs to come?
So, you know, fillers actually promises you to deliver results in your coffee break procedure, you know, during your coffee break. So it is called as a coffee break procedure or an in and out procedure. You come to the clinic, you are out of my clinic in 20 to 30 minutes at best, okay, at max. So any area, let's say if I have to choose a cheek filler, or if I want to fill your nasolabial, mentolabial, or if I want to do your nose job, or if I'm wanting to do the chin or lip, maximum time that you need to spend with me is half an hour. That's about it.
Wonderful. So the tagline is 30 minutes and you look years younger.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Okay. We would like you to highlight, since we Indian women are very concerned about our lips, I mean, if you commonly see the women all across India, one is sindoor and second is the lips, wearing a lipstick. I mean, these are the two very common cosmetics which have been used across India. I mean, when it comes to probably eyeliner or any such thing, relatively it's less. The use of lipsticks and sindoor is the highest across the country. So,
Yes.
can you highlight a bit more on lip fillers and how often they need to come and how long will it last?
Okay. So let's move to lip area. So, the two kind of profile that we have for lip filler. One is the younger age group. Now, younger age group get their lip filler done for glamour. Okay. So they like that pout. Okay. And now with the selfies, which is, so much trendier in trend, people love to pout when they're taking their selfies. So then a lip filler creates that nice, youthful, sexy pout for the younger age group. As we grow older, what actually happens is our lip starts moving inwards and we actually start getting thinning lips. Okay. So at one point when we are putting our lipstick and, we kind of love it, with age, what we realize is we start getting lip bleed. As in when you put your lipstick, the lipstick starts bleeding and it starts spreading in the grooves which starts forming around the lips. Okay. That's the crinkling, wrinkling which is happening on your lips, and that's the thinning which is happening on your lips. So for older, more matured face, a lip filler will help in bringing back that volume loss that your lip is going through and making your lips ready for your lipstick back again.
Wonderful, wonderful. I would like to know, can every woman, see now each woman is having some diabetes, thyroid issues, multiple, medicines they are taking. So can any woman walk into your chamber and get fillers done? I mean, is there any contraindication that yes, for these people you wouldn't advise to go in for fillers?
So though fillers are very, very safe, can be done for anybody and everybody. The only caution that you need to do when you're coming in for doing a filler is you should probably, if possible, stop taking blood thinners at least a few days before you're coming in my chamber. Reason being is these are small little pricks. So the needles used are really tiny. But if you are on a blood thinner, then there is a probability we may end up with a bruise and then it loses its true sense of it being a coffee break procedure. Even if you get a bruise, of course, the bruise doesn't last for more than 3 or 4 days. But I love it when I do my filler and my patient immediately goes for a lunch, for a coffee with friends or for a lunch date with whoever they wish to, without going out with any kind of swelling, any kind of bruising. So one thing which they have to remember is stop all blood thinners at least 3 to 5 days before coming for your fillers.
Yes, but otherwise there is no contraindication whatsoever.
Otherwise, there's no contraindication whatsoever. No.
Wonderful. The interview, I think so, it should keep going on because so much of knowledge is there on the Pandora box. And these are the core dermatologists, cosmetic dermatologists practicing since last so many years. So can you imagine that experience and that knowledge together is going to give you something very best compared to somebody who has no knowledge about it. They probably may just influence you. But when it comes to core knowledge, you need to definitely approach a person with a scientific degree and a great experience, believe me. So such an interview is a feast. That's what I believe. And you women are going to definitely enjoy it. You are going to like it and definitely you are going to share with all your women folks. Unless you're jealous, where you want to look only younger and you don't want them to look younger. Yes. Dr. Farida, can you give all the women folk out there, they are the women all above 30 age group. So can you give them a take home back message in regards to fillers?
Of course, I do understand for most, when they talk about injectable, it is always a fear of stranger. So whenever we talk about any injectable, be it Botox, be it filler, be it a little thread lift, the first reaction that women have is no, doctor. Give me any topical, but I don't want an injection, you know. So what I would like to tell my viewers is, I'll just correct my CV a little bit. I've been injecting now from the last 20 years, and now it's been 22 years since I've been practicing. And these fillers have proven to be safe and to be effective always. Okay. And if you look at long run of fillers, it is also very, very cost effective. So most of the time, people also worry about the cost involved with fillers. So these fillers, of course, are all FDA approved. Okay, they're US FDA approved. They're approved for its safety, for its efficacy, and at the end of the day, they really are value for money. So whenever you have a concern, whenever you want to look beautiful, more than beautiful, if you want to look fresh again. See, most of the time what happens is, you know, when we're aging, we start looking tired. Okay. And most women, when they come to my clinic, they tell me, I've started looking dull, doctor. I've started looking tired. What they're not realizing is those are actually your aging changes. And when you put that little gel here and there, you get out of the office looking fresh. Most people tell you, oh, you've done some facial, which is looking superb. Okay. And that's the benefit of a filler. So guys, yeah, remain beautiful during this pandemic. Be responsible, be safe. Keep wearing your mask. I will not forget to give that message, though we are talking on fillers. Yeah. And like you said, you know, always keep growing.
Wonderful. This is such a great, wonderful take-home back message, Dr. Farida. And many a times women think that, you know, just applying something or doing a facial really works. But there is much more science. Like she's already told you, there are levels of it. It's a skin, it's a superficial fat, it's a muscle, it's your deep fat, it's a bone. So everything you have to really scientifically work on. Putting something on your face, you know, and there is umpteen number of information on the social media which is not being tested, which is not being, you know, tried. And you may land up with a reaction. And I believe that you are a celebrity. And think twice before you ever take any such wrong action. Take the right action, take the right guidance, be under the umbrella of the right people is my real, you know, a request to all the women folk out there. Now, as we come to the end of this beautiful interview and unending, but it is not going to end because we're going to come up with live sessions. You can ask, you can write down all your questionnaires, you know, because we are going to come live also with Dr. Farida. Now, as a take-home back message, Farida, I just want you to tell me something what you think about Mission Beauty or Dr. Smita, whatever you would like to, you know, just give a passing remark as the end of the interview.
You know what I have believed, our estrogen, you know, wants us to look beautiful all the time. And when we start looking beautiful, we start feeling very happy. Okay, our endorphins, which are our happy hormones, get released most when we're looking, you know, our best at any age. All right. So women, you know, after some time, they feel, you know, why should I want to do things? I'm okay. You know, I want to age gracefully. Okay. So what you have to realize is stop feeling guilty about looking good. Looking good is feeling good, is feeling happy. And what Dr. Smita is doing today is actually just not skin deep. It is going right there to your mind and getting you feeling your best and getting you feel elated, happy, and joyous, of course. So what you're doing is really great, really great.
Thank you. I couldn't do it alone. It's going to be a team of all of us, you know, we're working towards the beauty of women. I think so. I mean, if this COVID has definitely taught that life is too short. So what can we give back before we take our last breath is give this world a beauty. And we as a cosmetic dermatologist, probably we can make each and every woman out there to look beautiful. And once she is beautiful, she is happy. If she is happy, her home is happy, city is happy, universe is happy. So this is such a magnificent, you know, the end result, what we are seeing together as we all cosmetic dermatologists, we are having a vision to make this world a beautiful place, to live happily and live this beautiful human life, as a worthwhile life. Thank you so much, Dr. Farida, for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Have you.
Thank you for having me. I feel blessed and honored to be in this platform on your Mission Beauty platform. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you. Thank you.